Hey, right. Well, a very good afternoon to you all. I hope we're all good on this very fine summer's day, the 11th of June, 2023. And I'm here to bring you a look at the weather forecast for Southeast England for the week ahead. What a beautiful day it is. Right. This is Folkestone Sands at the moment, and this is where I've been for a couple of hours this morning, just to the left of the screen. Had a lovely couple of hours down there before we got back. Yeah, temperature's doing very well again, typically in the mid to high 20s. So well done to Icon, who predicted these temperatures extremely well. Now, it is sunny, but not everywhere. I'm going to show you a radar picture in just a moment. Things have exploded to life in a few places. But let's get back to the usual format. We'll take a look at the central England temperature so far this month, and this is up to the 9th, and the average is running at 13.5, slightly below average, believe it or not, from where we should be. But this was up until the 9th. Obviously, the heat has built in the last couple of days, so that temperature will skyrocket in the next day or so. And looking at the temperatures here in Folkestone, my weather station does have a tendency to over record, but you see here the last couple of days the heat has really ramped up. 32.3 yesterday, 30.6 today. As I've mentioned, it gets a little bit overexcited in these temperature setups when the breezes are light and the sun is strong, but it just goes to show just how things have warmed up over the past couple of days, and that's pretty much the same everywhere. So let's have a look at the temperatures elsewhere. And top of the hots at the moment, 31 degrees at Lakenheath Royal Air Force Base, but many stations now approaching 30 degrees. I wouldn't be at all surprised if today's peak is somewhere in the range of 32 degrees, 90 degrees Fahrenheit. So considering it is only the first half of June, this has turned into quite a little spell of hot weather. Right, now we have mentioned about the heat. This is the anomaly chart from the GFS, and we've lost all those blues in favour of lots of red. Many stations across the southeast of England are showing temperature anomalies 9, 10 degrees above where we should be for the time of year. So the average temperature maximum should be around about 18 or 19. So the fact that these stations are recording 11 degrees above average is suggesting that, yeah, we are getting into the high 20s, approaching 30 degrees elsewhere. And this weather forecast is a good weather forecast. If you like warm and sunny weather, we've got this for the week. I'm going to give you a little bit more detail, but I did mention things are starting to pop into life, and this is quite an interesting one. I'm going to show you a a, a radar imagery. So if we look at the radar, this is at 1:30 this afternoon. The radar around 1:45 has literally popped to life. So this was the situation at 1:30, and then the observation at 1:45 has shown quite a number of really quite heavy showers and thunderstorms. They've developed over towards the Surrey border. I think I did forecast them. I hope I forecasted them, but do not fear. These are not heading eastwards. These are slowly heading westwards. So if you're towards sort of Guildford, places like that, towards Basingstoke, these showers that have popped up close to the Kent-Surrey border and also to the places to the north of London, these showers and thunderstorms will gradually move westwards throughout the course of the afternoon. And I think with time they will gradually ease away. But yeah, don't be at all surprised if you're to the just to the southwest and to the northwest of London to get the downpour. And yeah, naturally it could be a thunderstorm in there due to those very high temperatures. So that's the scene. This is the facts chart. So we've got high pressure well in control to the northeast of the UK, and we are finally drawing in hot air off the continent. Notice there's a little heat low over the Bay of Biscay, just funneling this air in, and things aren't really going to change too much for the week ahead. So this is the facts chart today with this area of high pressure to the north east of the UK, mentioning that if this was winter, we'd be in a deep freeze at the moment. But we are summer, the continent is hot. And then if we just move this forward, this is the situation for tomorrow. We still keep these breezes coming in from an east or southeasterly direction off a hot continent. This is the situation for Tuesday. Again, High pressure hasn't really moved much. No real weather fronts around. We still draw in air off that continent. So, yeah, the very fine, warm or hot spell of weather does continue. Temperatures do start to edge down very slightly this week, but I don't think you'll notice it. I think mainly it'll be close to those eastern coasts again, but nowhere near the spoiler that we had over the last 3 or 4 weeks. And this is the situation on Wednesday, and this is the situation on Thursday. We keep this area, this big area of high pressure, just sitting itself over Scandinavia, still drawing in heat off the near continent. So summer continues, but just notice by the end of the week, just a few weather fronts out in the Atlantic trying to push in, but I don't think they're going to reach us. Certainly not this side of next weekend. And I think probably sitting here this time next week, we should still be fine and warm. So now we're going to just take a look at those anomalies. So this is these are your temperatures today, and if we just run these through for the remainder of the week. So today, as we know, we're up around 30, 31 degrees. Well done, Icon. Tomorrow, much the same temperatures, maybe a degree or so lower tomorrow, and again Tuesday, and again Wednesday. Just notice for a time we just start to bring in some breezes off that North Sea, just cooling things off very slightly on that eastern coast, but temperatures still in the low 20s. Thursday, there's Friday, and then towards next weekend, we still keep this very warm theme going. So even by next Friday, next Saturday, we'll still be seeing temperatures in the mid to potentially high 20s. So, yeah, summer continues unabated. In terms of the temperature trends. So there you go. This is for the next week. So obviously very hot today and another hot one tomorrow. Temperatures, as I mentioned, edge off very slightly into very warm territory, not hot or stifling hot. But again, towards the 17th, 18th, there perhaps is a tendency for temperatures to start bouncing back up again. These were the 2 metre temperatures for London. Rainfall. So we've got some showers and we've got some thunderstorms just to the west of London and to the northwest of London popping up this afternoon, as we've mentioned. That's probably going to be repeated again tomorrow. So where you've got them today, you're potentially going to have them tomorrow. But then it's dry from the 13th. So that's dry from Tuesday right up until next weekend. Just the chance that by the time we get to the 20th, so that's into the following week, the risk of a few showers. So it's a mainly dry theme. And for those that, like me, do not like the wind, it's quite calm out there today. In fact, we could do with a little bit more breeze due to the stifling feel of things. Winds do edge up a little bit throughout the course of the week, so sort of into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We pick up a 6 metre per second, but that is 13 miles an hour. So that's only a force 3, perhaps a force 4 on those eastern coasts. And then they sort of obviously die down again towards next weekend as the air potentially becomes a bit warmer again. In terms of the weather falling from the skies, so we've seen there's a few showers around this afternoon. This is the GFS. Again, a bit of a repeat performance again tomorrow afternoon. Risk of a few heavy thunderstorms popping up for a while during the middle part of the day. But then after tomorrow, that shower risk is diminished. This is Tuesday. This is Wednesday. This is Thursday. This is Friday. And even as we move towards next weekend, this is Saturday and this is Sunday. Just a chance by then that things might just start to turn a little bit unsettled from the southwest, but it is a week away and it's all said in extremely low confidence. So that's positive. In terms of the temperatures, I know we've had a little look at these, but what I'll do is I'll just have a little look at these again for those of you that like these graphics. So this afternoon, as we've mentioned, 29 and 30, perhaps underplaying them a little bit. This is tomorrow. So again, 26s to 28, possibly a 29 somewhere. On Tuesday, we continue very warm, even on those eastern coasts, although we've got that breeze starting to pep in. 22 degrees will feel quite pleasant on those coasts. 27 to 28 further west. Towards Wednesday, temperatures still very well. Look at that, 26, 27, many places in the mid-20s. By the time we get to Thursday, temperatures again mid-20s, perhaps popping up 26, 27 towards the capital. By Friday, there we go again, mid-20s, and again towards next Saturday, once again the very warm and mainly dry sunny theme continues. What are we going to look at now? Right, I think we were going to be looking at the overnight temperatures. So if you just bear with me a moment, I don't think we're going to be having too many overnight problems. I think it's the time of year where we start thinking about sort of sleep and things like that. So we just go to Monday, run that through to around about 5 o'clock in the morning. Hopefully this thing is going to wake up for us. Maybe it's not. No. Anyway, no temperature related problems this week overnight. Temperatures typically in the mid-teens. That could be a little bit uncomfortable. As the week goes on, temperatures will become slightly more comfortable. And then I think that's pretty much it. I'm just going to wrap it up with the symbols. So there you go. There's today. Sunny Sunday. Sunny Monday, as I mentioned, just the risk of the odd shower or a thunderstorm somewhere again inland. That's Tuesday. This is Wednesday. This is Thursday. This is Friday. And this is Saturday. So summer continues. Always very warm, locally hot. Temperatures perhaps levelling off slightly towards the middle of the week. Breeze is light, picking up to maybe light to moderate on those coasts around the middle part of the week. But yeah, it's set fair, and it's a forecast that we've been looking forward to for a long time. So do enjoy yourself. The sun's going to be strong. UV levels of 8, probably about as high as they can get in this UK. We're approaching solstice, so plenty of long hours of sunshine. Just take care in the sun. Enjoy yourself. I'll be back on Tuesday morning taking a look at the weather forecast for that day. But in the meantime, thanks very much for watching. Have a lovely afternoon. Get down to the beach if you can and enjoy scenes like this. And ciao for now.